For this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Rams defense. This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second down. Here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to throw, Pickett. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly... quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So on fourth down, the Steelers going to bring in Braden Mann to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Bennett now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. Bennett now to throw. That's complete to the tight end Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time and another 1st down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And the Rams at 2-4 here in the 1st half of the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Off play action. Here's Bennett sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. Here's Freiermuth again. Touchdown! Pat Freiermuth. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, look and repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Bennett. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time. Back to throw, Bennett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Bennett will look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Akers. They try and run. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with fourth down and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw is Bennett. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tutu Atwell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. He'll let it fly for Austin. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, nice move. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. Taken in at the 11. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
.43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 5. Going right back to Akers. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Off the option, here's Akers. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2nd and a couple. A give up the middle to Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. You've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the 3rd part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
It's a run with Akers. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pickett now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Forced out to his left. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there, a first down. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Washington's got it. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. That is caught. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get blown up.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Back at the 6.
Quick early league game.
It's going to be 2nd and goal.
It's the only one, yeah. I'll be running.
Pickett back to throw.
The shit I got the Rams. Did I? No, I was supposed to. I didn't. I ended up not.
In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell.
They both was auction.
Boswell's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Nah, I'm in a limbo. It's either I choose to make a push or I just tank and get a bigger pick. Earlier pick.
Oftentimes, an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Bennett now off play action. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off the option, here's Akers. And to the
This double
46,
is still
he
good,
goes
bro.
no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
I didn't even look to see what the updates was.
1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do.
I guess I gotta play it online to see that more.
He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Second and 7. On the counter, this is Akers. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Let me see what the goal line fade info.
No additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Looking to throw here, Bennett. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Rashad Bateman from 4 yards out. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this.
Stetson throwing dots today, ain't he?
Now a throw on first down there, but it's in.
Nah, no dots there, no dots.
It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers.
Defense came to play
one
though.
side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pickett back to the air on second down, eluding the pressure right.
Yeah.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
From the gun on third down, Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a toss running left, Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense on the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 68 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot
Early
receiver,
set.
that burner on the outside.
What up, bro?
Not here. That's
Niggas
a tight
getting
end
the
doing
early
work down
set.
the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one.
Nicky
big
Splash. Yeah, Nicky. I know y'all in the league or this just a random.
Pickett, good
Nah, I'm in the league.
rolling to his right. This will be caught at about the 6. He could only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Fresh updated zone.
A handoff for Warren. And he's going to take him in for a Steeler touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved.
I'm thinking
and it
if
works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And running with power here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Now,
Of course,
they want to show the world up to the challenge.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This
game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
what the fuck happened? Why got him?
End zone, touchdown, Steelers. George Pickens, 33 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Bennett now to throw.
Oh, this nigga steps.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
That's crazy.
And into the end zone. touchdown, Pittsburgh. He returns that punt 73 yards. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other.
Oh, why you?
Well, they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
We've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the
I
Dolphins.
literally just turned this off now. Nikki down by 8. What the hell happened in 10 minutes?
Cole, tell your brother to fucking send Matt here, bro. That's what happened. Matt's not in town.
Just looking to get forward to take the ball. And now
They
right
get
out of the
caught.
2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The give, this is Akers. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Oh!
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now Austin.
That would have been some shit. So that would have been some shit.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield.